Hello, everybody. Welcome to the show. We haven't done an unboxing in a while. So, I got a package that just showed up today. But I want to talk real quick because I don't think I talked too much about these. What is the smallest square bill you can get that you guys have seen? Well, these came, if you guys remember, and I'm really not impressed with these. I actually took these that I got from Bass Pro Shops, and I think someone makes a little, oh, they call it the bean or something, is what these are copied off of. But I tossed these a little bit this last season. They're not really a true square bill. I didn't really like them from Bass Pro Shops. You can use them, but I'd already ordered 3 or 4 of these other ones, and they're real cheap off Aliexpress. And they are actually a true, well, they have a square bill compared to this. This isn't really a square. The Aliexpress ones are. Same pretty much size though overall. But today, because I'm not really probably going to use, I may do them in a few tests. I probably don't see myself fishing these, and I'll show you why. This little guy right here, and it's not a square bill, it's just a small 1/8 ounce crankbait. These are 1/16 ounce. But if you see the size difference, I mean, there's not a huge size, and for the fishing I do, bass fishing, whether it be in small lakes, ponds, that little dude right there will catch you a very, very little bass and crappie. It'll catch you a very little fish. It's pretty much as finesse as I go. Now, you could throw this, but you probably aren't going to get any more finessey. It's just harder to throw that little dude than, say, something like this or what I'm getting ready to show you. Because up until now, I don't know why that thing won't focus worth a darn, but up until now, I ordered these, oh shoot, Bagley. I don't forget the name of these, the killer bees, I think, or the something bees. Sweet bees, honeybee, I think, honeybee ones or whatever. So for size comparison, that is the 1.0. That's pretty much the smallest square bill you can get from Strike King. That's the smallest I believe you can get from Bagley. And then here's the size of these little bitty baits I'm talking about. They're little bitty, truly BFS small cranks. That thing looks like a monster compared to this one. So let's get right to it. I did open it up to make sure it wasn't just a single one. I haven't taken them out of the package and looked at them, but what I found on AliExpress were these guys. These are true, and let's start with, oh, that one's a cool color. I think that color, maybe this blue one. Can't go wrong with that color though, really, in clear water. So let's just open one of these up and see how they compare. Let's go with the blue one. Let's see if we actually truly have a very small square bill. How do you open this package? I think right here. There we go. Okay. That definitely looks like a scaled down version of like the Dig It or any of these other ones. Does it rattle? A small rattle in there. But that little sucker is, whoa, I got these hooks are hanging up on everything. It is barely bigger than that 1/8 ounce Bass Pro Shops deeper diving one, but not by a lot. The profile is not that far off as far as size wise. Let's compare it to the one. That's a 1.0. That's smaller than the 1.5 or the 2.0s. Look how small that thing is compared to it. Little bitty square bill, and it is a true square bill. Let's check the hooks. One thing you guys know about all your cranks, if these hooks can jump up here, and these can't quite, I don't think, but if those hooks can cross each other, you don't want that, because then you never fails, you end up getting tangled up and it doesn't run right. Not every cast, but every so often, so it sucks. Let's see if that'll focus. Come on. I can't get it to focus on it. There we go. Look how little That dude is in my hand. Like I said, that is the 1.0, a very small one. There's the Dig It, which I consider small and finesse for a crankbait, for a square bill, or any crankbait for that matter. And then there's this little dude. So I think I'm gonna like these. I think they feel a little heavier. Well, this guy keeps dragging his buddy with him. They're definitely not an 1/8 ounce. They're bigger. I forget what grams they said they were, but they should cast real well on BFS gear. That Kind Teton 661 or even the 6.5 Conqueror should be able to cast these. I don't know about the hooks though. I'm sure that I could also cast this on the 632 ultralight. I would have a lot of fun with these. I'm definitely gonna put them along with the crankbait shootout, the Squarebill shootout we'll be doing, to see what is a kind of a go-to finesse way to catch them when they're not biting. I don't know how big a bass. We'll see how big a bass these suckers will bring in. I'm definitely liking these. I hope they run true, but if not, you guys know how to true up baits right, and I'm sure that they should have pretty good action just by the way they're designed. They look like a good design. Not too much different than what the see how this one kind of has that bigger body, bigger belly. I like them. And I thought these guys were pretty small. I'm definitely going to throw these on BFS gear along with these. Once you get into these, you can do either. You can throw them on BFS, not the real small stuff, or even that guy. Now, once you get into the typical 1.5s and bigger square bills, you can use regular gear, no problem. But let me know what you guys think. Do you guys think that that little dude's going to do some damage once we get out on the water fishing, or do you think he's just going to catch a little bass only, little panfish type bait? And I'm not even sure how, I don't know if it even said how deep it's supposed to run. I'm pretty sure these are going to be pretty shallow. This is like anywhere from, well, roughly mainly 4 to 6 foot. I'm guessing this is going to be from like 2 to 4 maybe. Somewhere in that area, 3 foot range, 2 to 3. This guy definitely dives deeper with that bill, but you can run this pretty shallow water because it's such a small bait, it doesn't get down real deep. So there we have it, guys. I will scan real quick. You can see all of my baits. I've had to move some stuff around. In case any of you forgot or haven't seen that video, go back and check it out. We did unboxing on almost all these, well, on all these new baits. Some of them aren't new, but we're going to be trying these in the Squarebill shootout all season long. See if I can find another go-to. And what would a live video be without an interruption or two because of the signal's lost and not very strong. So anyway, let me know what you guys think. Well, where'd that white one go? I lost my white one. Also, let me know what you think about the colors. That's one thing about these Aliexpress baits. There's not a options on colors, but all these baits you're talking like are under $1 a piece. Like these little guys were not that expensive. They actually feel pretty solid. I mean, for what they are, they feel built pretty good. I think that color will actually work too. But they had like colors, and there's the 3 colors off this batch that I liked. And I think I got one more batch from a different company off AliExpress that should be close to this size. And there's a couple different colors there. And then I've got one red craw color coming by itself, but I think it's a little bit bigger bait, more like a 1.0. And then that's all that's coming. But still have more, believe it or not. Yeah, I know, from AliExpress, that's the only bad thing. Some of this take a while. Other stuff comes within like 2 weeks. The Kind Conquerors, if you guys order a Kind rod period, they're pretty quick. Usually within 2 weeks. And some of the reels are 2 to 3 weeks. But some of these baits, they're so small, and some of these little parts I'm buying, handles, they do take up to like a month. They take sometimes a week or two before they even bother to ship them, and then 2 or 3 weeks or so to actually get here. I don't know. I like these. I think these are cool, and I can't remember. I'll try to drop a link below. I hate dropping links until I get these out and actually test them, but these are pretty good. And I want to say I spent like under $4 for all 4 of these baits. That is crazy cheap. As long as they work, I'm sure they will. Whoa, whoa, look out. Alright guys, the last thing before you get out of here and go bass and bonsai somewhere else, I'm going to show you. I was going to make a video on it. I honestly didn't know if I could do it for sure or not, so I didn't make a video. I didn't even record any of the process. But I've taken the Big Sexy, and you got about that, and if people were wanting to know why I went ahead and bought this, you know, the Googans aren't with Favorite anymore and all that kind of stuff, but this is a Lake Fork guy's signature rod when he was with them that they came up with, and 7'2", medium heavy. I always did like the looks of it, but it was like $29. I did not want to pay that much for this rod. I know the quality is, you could get probably better, you know, filling rods for that price, but not better looking. This rod looks awesome. Now what I didn't like about it, this handle was way too long for how I fish, so I just cut it down. Still have all the original components on it. I actually added some weight in the back because I wanted to have a balanced, this bait. I wanted to have a rod, especially this big, that was balanced. So right there, whoa, somewhere right in there is a balancing point, which basically lets me hold it in my hand the way I palm, and it is balanced for a rod that sticks a long way out that way. Now I shortened that up here. It's actually a 6 foot, probably close to 11 now. I took off 2.5, almost probably 3 inches. And you can see here where it says Future of Fishing, I left that on. Now it's down here. If I had to do it over again, I could have cut it off differently, got that loose, and actually cut off more from each side, would have centered that up. But that is the only thing I kind of wish I would have done differently. But I kept all the original components, just off, down. I actually ran a screwdriver back inside this foam to break the glue loose, and then just cut off. Once I got that loose, I cut the end off, and then broke off that carbon, the blank, and then reused all the original components, adding lead weight internally just to get it. It is heavier, maybe by a hair. It wasn't balanced before, even though that stuck out another 3 inches. It still wasn't balanced. It was definitely tip heavy. So it's balanced now. Shorter, I can get that up into my belly and for hook sets and all that, and it's not sticking out way too far. Should be an awesome rod for just the bigger, heavier stuff I'll be doing. None of these Squarebills or none of that, but I just wanted to show it to you guys. Alright, I'm out of here. Thanks for watching. Hit the like button if you liked the video. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed to Bass and Bonsai. And whatever you do, get out and go bass bonsai for yourself as soon as it warms up. Just stay warm for right now. We've still got a few more weeks before that water warms up enough and it's actually not frozen. It's going to be 44 or 5 tomorrow, and I probably won't be able to go fishing. Alright guys, I'm gone. Bye.